Hello guys, welcome to today's video. I have not made an AliExpress sale video for a number of years, and I thought it's about time I share with you what I've had time to build up, experience with seeing and over the past year or so, to share with you what I think are some new releases worth your attention. And there's a couple of classics thrown in the mix which are unbelievably good value, especially during the 11.11 sale. All of the watches I'm showing you today I've had experience with, and of course if you decide to buy any of these, it'd be hugely appreciated if you use one of the affiliate links. Common YouTuber thing. It's a way of us earning a bit of commission for our hard work of sharing with you all these watches. So without further ado, let's get stuck in. Let's get this list started with an Addiesdive. Now this is nicknamed the Puck. There are two colours available. There's the blue dial version and I went for this orangey version. I like it for this time of year with autumn and Halloween, things like that, but it's also good for the summer, for a summery bright sunset sort of colour. Watery themed dial, but what is common with Addiesdive is you get excellent value for money. Under £100 or dollars is what you're going to be getting with one of these, and what do you get for your money? Dimensions wise, it's a 46mm case, but because of the circular puck shape, hence the nickname Puck, it wears very well for a larger watch because the lug to lug is also only 46 and the height of the watch is 14.2. The lug width for the very chunky bracelet with zero taper is 22. It's a chunky heavy watch, comfortably over 150 grams, knocking on your 180 grams sized up. The pros are the specification, the excellent lume on the dial and the ceramic bezel insert, sapphire crystal in here as well, a Miyota movement with a black date wheel which contrasts nicely with that dial. Apparently it can do 1,000 meters of diving, but I have not got the capabilities, and I don't think any person has, to scuba dive down 1,000 meters, test if this watch will survive. But you know what, they could have put just 1 billion on there and no one's going to prove them wrong otherwise, are they? I would trust this watch for going for a splash about in a pool on your holidays. Bezel action, bit snotty in a couple of bits, but I run it under some warm water with a bit of soap, freed it up completely. Common issue with some of these cheaper dive watches, and that's a little trick to loosen it up. Some of the brushing is, here and there is a little bit scruffy, but I'd say it's perfectly acceptable for a watch under £100, that's for sure. So overall you're getting a fairly well-made watch with excellent specification, amazing lume, very chunky aesthetics, fun coloured dial, all for under £100. Swiftly moving on to a Milifortic. This is a new release. This is the S089. Before sales, £189. Be nice to see what the AliExpress sale is going to knock that down to. But this is obviously paying an extraordinarily strong homage to the Seiko Alpinist, but for a price which is approximately a third of one of those. And I would say build quality wise, it's on par. It also has a Seiko NH35 movement with black date window. Cyclops on there, which I don't like. I prefer the original Alpinist, which didn't have a Cyclops. Nice if they went down that road. It's kind of an amalgamation of the current one, which is a bit bigger, and the sizing of the one that was from the Saab 17 from years ago. The dial is beautiful, sunray green, the one I went for, but it doesn't quite have somehow the depth of the Alpinist it's paying tribute to. But you know what, it's still a very attractive watch with the gold markers, and the movement in here is running exceptionally well. It's actually running within COSC. Dimensions are lovely, hit the sweet spot for an adventure watch with that rotating compass included. It's still only a 39.5mm case size, 20mm lug width. I've already swapped it out, as you can see from the pictures. Lovely rubber strap, by the way, but I like to put it on a leather strap because I think it just looks so classy with earthy tones, brown tan leather with the green dial. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. So it's a relatively chunky 11.8mm thick, but it's 100 meters water resistance with screw down crown, which is actually rather good. Not as good as the original, of course. And the lug tip to lug tip is only 46, so this has fantastic dimensions and proportions, so it wears extremely well. It's a very comfortable watch. I haven't got much, without doing a full review, to criticise about this piece, other than it being incredibly close design to an Alpinist, which is such an iconic shape. Some would argue that this is a homage too far, but you know what, for less than £200 and a watch this well built, who cares? Other colourways you can get, if you don't want the green, you can get a black dial, or there's a two-tone with black with gold elements. That's a nice little twist on the theme as well, which I haven't seen before. Now on to number 3, a Baltany, sister company to Milifortic. But this Baltany is an absolute beaut. It's the S4101. Again, out of the sales, it's about £162. Loads of colourways for this little beauty. The one I've got is one with a gold scratch resistant case, silver dial, gold markers and hands, but you can get one with silver and silver, black and gold and salmon. Basically you get the gist. When you click on the link, you see there's a lot of choices. Spec wise, it's an absolute cracker. It's got a seagull, manual wind or automatic movement. You get your sapphire crystal in here with AR coating, so you optimum clarity at all times. Really good lume, green on here. And the unique twist on the theme of having a gold case is the fact it's scratch resistant. So you get that lovely gold tone and it won't get knackered and scratched and wear off over time. So that's a nice thing to get at this price point. None of the other watches I'm sharing with you today have that kind of extra bonus feature. This is also a lovely dial because it's got a kind of a semi pie pan design. It's got a bit of a step to the dial, and that allows with beautiful play with light, the sunburst effect, really lovely. And the proportions are fantastic on this watch for just general everyday wear, casual sort of piece. 38.5 for the case, again about 46, 47 length, very slim, about 10 or 11 mil thick. Wears beautifully, such a nice comfortable watch, and the strap is extremely good, lovely soft leather. So hopefully the price of that is going to be even better. But that is an absolutely cracking new release from Baltany. While we're on the theme with Baltany, we're on to number 4 on the list. We've got the S4035G, which is a two-tone 39mm, very strong homage, i.e. very much a copy of the Rolex Explorer. This is a bit more expensive, £244, but I'll go into why I think it's a bit more in a minute. You could splash out a bit more, nearly £400, and get it with the Sellita SW200 Swiss movement. But I'd say, for value for money, it's good to stick with the Seiko NH38 movement, like I've got in mine. Apparently there was a lot of demand. People wanted a two-tone one of these with the brown dial and the faux patina style markers and gold surrounds to the indices and the hands, etc, etc. And that's why they made it, and I can see why, because it's such a lovely watch to wear this time of year. It's almost like a Christmas watch. I don't know why, it's got earthy, warm, cozy tones to it. Stunning, deep brown tropic dial, really lovely, rich play with light. It's very subtle gold Baltany logo on there. Fantastic loom, by the way, C3 Swiss loom. The case finishing, the bracelet finishing, all of that stuff is stunning for the money. That's where I think it costs a bit more. It really is faultless. I can't find a single flaw in the brushing or the polished elements. The application of everything has been executed to a very high standard. Dimensions, you've got the 39 case, which I alluded to before, 47mm lug to lug, 20mm lug width if you do want to put it on another strap. Relatively chunky because of that dome sapphire crystal with AR coating at 12.6. We've got a screw down crown, lots of water resistance. So you could have this as you go anywhere, do anything watch if you wanted. Now we're on to number 5, moving into a Watchdives watch. This is the WD0013. Out of sales, it's about £169. Again, the link to that watch is in the description to the official Watchdives store. This is an impressive watch for this amount of money. You might think it's a quartz watch and you're charging nearly £200, but there are reasons why. Before I go into that, I'm going to tell you all the colorways. You can get green, there's Tiffany blue, there's navy blue, there's white, and there's teal. The reasons why it costs a bit more, in my opinion, is you've got a Swiss Ronda movement, the 714. This is a movement they put in more expensive watches than the one we're talking about today. They're going to be very reliable and accurate, but it's very thin because it's a two-hand movement. There's no seconds hand. You've got a date complication, which is cool, but what helps with that movement, and what they've done is managed to slim this watch down to it's only 7.8mm thick, and I verified that with my calipers, so you've got a very slim watch. And you've got some nice proportions here for wearing this as even an everyday piece that could be classed as a bit dressy. It's a 39 case size, weird places to measure, but I think it wears like a 39, not a 37 like they say on the website. Again, like I said, it's 7.7, 7.8 thick, 48 lug to lug, but that doesn't really count because kind of it's an integrated bracelet. But again, you'll see from the pictures, it integrates and wears so well on my 7.25-inch wrist. The slimness means it's just such a consistent, smooth, lovely wearing experience. It's like literally wearing a bracelet that happens to tell the time. Relatively expensive for a quartz watch, but honestly, the fit and finish of this watch is perfect. I couldn't find any flaws on it. AR coated sapphire, cut beautifully to fit into that unusual shape case, paying obviously strong homage to a Patek Philippe. And that bonkers dial was another main thing. The green teaked dial, it's fume and it's sunburst. That's a lot of action going on with the dial. All that together with quite lovely loom, very thin plots of loom, but it still works and it's there. And the screw down crown with the 100 meters of water resistance, no, 80 meters water resistance, which is a weird number. Combined with that butterfly bracelet with a half link, I've got it to fit me perfectly. Screw links, chamfering on the edges of the bracelet and lovely comfort chamfer on the underneath of the watch means this watch wears extraordinarily comfortable. Lovely articulation of the links. It literally is bonkers how comfortable and well made this watch is for under £200. Very well done, Watchdives. Now let's get to number 6. This is a bit of a special treat at number 6. This is an iconic watch in the world of AliExpress videos, AliExpress reviewers. This is an icon, and I've got one more at the end, This is one of the top icons I've ever reviewed and still one of the most incredible value for money. This watch is around £40 now. All the choice of colours, and it's got a Seiko movement, a Mecha Quartz Seiko. It's one of these bad boys. Sapphire crystal, stainless steel case, solid end links, solid bracelet, screw links, solid milled clasp, reasonable lume, pretty good build quality. It looks a little bit cheap, but it is extraordinarily cheap. It's an attractive, extremely strong homage to a very expensive Rolex, but it's just a good looking watch that's going to not let you down. It's got water resistance, it's got screw down pushers, it's got a very good movement for this price. The movement alone is probably half the value of the watch. It's bonkers what you get for your money now, and I would say this definitely fits in AliExpress icon territory. And if you haven't had a go one of these, definitely give one a try. They are so good for the money. So we're going to rattle through the last few because I've reviewed these before in a video about a month ago, but these are still really solid recommendations. There's a bonus one at the end I think you should not miss out on. Number 7, we've got the Addiesdive AD2091. Out of sales, it's normally just under £100. Incredible value for money. You get a lovely looking watch with stunning dial. That's the thing that is the main selling point of this watch, is the dial. Yeah, you get a nice Seiko movement with the 6 o'clock date window, domed, lovely, very clear mineral crystal, beautiful finish of the build quality of this watch for the money. I was really impressed with this Addiesdive I had, but I'd say for under 100, absolute no-brainer. Number 8, a San Martin. You can't go without a San Martin in this list because it would be sacrilege. San Martin is well known in the world of AliExpress, and this watch is no exception. The SN0133 is about £200. I had the one with sort of royal blue dial and bezel insert, absolutely beautiful. Could have done with maybe having an NH38 rather than the 35 with the ghost date window in there. But you know what? All the other rest of bits of the spec are incredible. On the fly, micro adjust, really good bracelet with screw links, beautiful finishing on the case. It's very slim in dimensions, very good lume, lovely blue color lume on this one. Beautiful bezel action, some of the best I've felt in a long time. Usual San Martin gorgeousness. An absolute no-brainer. Again, if you have about a £200 budget, a San Martin is where it's at. Quickly on to number 9, the Seagull Polaris. It's just an absolute cracker. Beautiful, lovely finishing for the money. About 166 out of the sales, but you've got lovely sandy dial. I went for the sand textured dial version. It literally looks like actual sand. It's very interesting. Really good lume quality, beautiful bracelet, really comfortable to wear. Decent seagull movement because it's a seagull watch, in-house element if you will, and it's a good looking watch you could wear every day. It's got that lovely sub dial at the 6 o'clock with a unique design to it, which is very interesting. And I think, again, for under £200, what a beautiful watch. Number 10, before we get to the grand finale, which is really cool. Another Watchdives. This again is a homage to most of these watches, but this is a WD7922, a strong homage to a Tudor. This is nicely under 100, VH31, 4 ticks a second, Seiko quartz movement. Keeps the price right down. Slimness is excellent, very good lume, lovely bezel action, and it looks like a classy, very well made watch. And it is a well-made watch for under 100. It would be a no-brainer if you have a smaller budget of less than 100. You would not be disappointed with that if you put it in your collection. And the grand finale, what I'd say, alongside that incredible, iconic Pagani Design chronograph piece, this other watch is from Addiesdive. This is their quartz homage to a Submariner, and they are comfortably under £40. Some people have had them for some miraculous reason from some sellers for less than £30. You're getting a watch with mineral crystal, a very cheap Japanese quartz movement, but you're getting ceramic bezel insert. You're getting a reasonable bracelet. You're getting a few more basic features, but you're getting a solid watch with very good lume. Without needing to waffle too much about that watch, it's literally about £40 or less. In the sales, it's going to be crazy price. It's what this is all about. You're getting these watches with fantastic specification and still reasonable build quality. Lazy design, of course, because it's just an homage. You're getting a good looking watch you can just chuck on, not worry about. It's a bit of fun, and that's what this is all about. Oh, that was full on. That's 11 watches I've done a micro review for. I mean, I'm hoping I've helped some of you out. I know it's not always easy getting the best prices, and I only make this video once a year, if that. If you guys decide to buy something, that's really kind of you. If not, just do me the honor of subscribing, and you'll come back for more hopefully, and I'll share more deals, reviews. All the watches here I've either reviewed or they are yet to come if you want a more detailed review. So stick with me and you'll see far more. Thanks again for watching and enjoy the sales. Let me know in the comments what you might buy. It'd be interesting to hear. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.